Just wanted to do a quick video on what are the top 5 budget busters that most people don't even think about, but tend to cause issues with the budget. And they're in no particular order, but number 1 is car repairs. And really we could go along with home repairs, right? So a lot of times people say, hey, I had a flat tire or had an issue with my car that I had to take care of it, completely blew my budget apart, and now I'm not going to budget anymore. Well, it's kind of stupid, first off, but second off, you can actually plan for some emergencies by making sure you save up at least $1,000 to start with, so that you have an emergency fund in the event that a tire goes bad, an alternator goes bad, something wrong with the car, or an emergency with the house. You know, maybe you don't have heat, maybe you don't have air conditioning, maybe the dishwasher broke, something along that lines. That way you've got at least a buffer between you and life, right? Another thing people don't plan for, which realistically they come every year, are the holidays, the birthdays. You know, when you're going through your budget, you really should have a calendar with you, even if it's, you know, a calendar on your phone. When all the birthdays are, when the holidays are, when you're going to celebrate. So that way you can plan for those expenses before they come up, and then it won't be a problem. You know, another thing we all forget about is those $5 cups of coffee, right? You stop at Starbucks, Wawa, 7-Eleven, Dunkin' Donuts, stop on your way to work, you grab a $5 cup of coffee, but you don't realize that over the course of a month, that $5 becomes $150. And if you didn't plan for that, if you didn't budget for that, that's gonna knock your budget out of whack. Another thing that's a budget buster is restaurants or fast food, going out for fast food, going out for a restaurant. You know, if you meal plan just like you plan your spending, you can save a lot of money by getting things in bulk. Prepping at the beginning of the week for the whole week, especially for lunches. I mean, lunches have gotten out of whack, right? $10 here for a lunch, that's $300 a month if you buy lunch out every day. $300, that's a heck of a budget buster, isn't it? You know, another thing we all forget about is those $5 cups of coffee, right? You stop at Starbucks, Wawa, 7-Eleven, Dunkin' Donuts, stop on your way to work, you grab a $5 cup of coffee, but you don't realize that over the course of a month, that $5 becomes $150. And if you didn't plan for that, if you didn't budget for that, that's gonna knock your budget out of whack. Another thing that's a budget buster is restaurants or fast food, going out for fast food, going out for a restaurant. You know, if you meal plan just like you plan your spending, you can save a lot of money by getting things in bulk. Prepping at the beginning of the week for the whole week, especially for lunches. I mean, lunches have gotten out of whack, right? $10 here for a lunch, that's $300 a month if you buy lunch out every day. $300, that's a heck of a budget buster, isn't it? Then you've got those subscriptions, right? You've got Netflix, you've got Disney, you've got YouTube, you've got, used to be the old magazine subscriptions. How about that gym subscription? Do you go to the gym? Are you spending money on the gym and not even using it? You know, now might be a great time to go back and look at all your subscriptions. Grab your bank statement, take a look and see what's on there. If everything's going on your credit card, grab a credit card statement. Check to see what's going on in your credit cards. That way you can see, hey, I'm not using this, I can get rid of this, which is going to free up X amount of dollars a year. Again, some gyms are only $10 a month. Some are $150. So take a look at your subscriptions to find out where your money is going. And what about vacations? You know, how many times do you go on vacation and you forget about all the little things? You know, like if you're driving to the beach or driving to the shore, you got the tolls, right? And you forget that you're eating out every night. And those endless little things that they want you to buy at the boardwalk, or the kids want you to buy. They want you to buy the t-shirt that they're going to wear for 1 or 2 summers. That has, you know, Wildwood 2025 on it, or about those adventures. You know, you want to do hang gliding at the beach, maybe you want to do scuba. They're all budget busters that, had you budgeted for them, they'd have been great. But you didn't budget for them, so therefore, they're going to bust your vacation budget. How about your credit cards? Putting things like your restaurants or your fast food or gas on your credit card just to get the points. When in reality, studies show we spend 17 to 20% more when we use a credit card because it doesn't hurt. It doesn't sting the same way. So if you can save up, budget properly, allocate your spending plan so you have the money, instead of putting it on a credit card and paying for it in the future for your past, pay for it now. It's done, you own it, and you don't have to worry about paying for it in the future. Here's a big one: overspending on your kids. You know, it's okay to say no to your kids. They don't need everything under the sun. And the chances of your child becoming a professional athlete, so you have to have them in baseball and football and cheerleading and gymnastics and soccer and field hockey and lacrosse, swimming, all of that. They don't need it all. Pick 1, maybe 2 sports. Then when they get to high school or even middle school, they can then play on the JV or the varsity teams in the middle school and the high school, and you don't have to put out quite as much money, which can be a budget buster, because not only do you have to pay for these, but now a lot of times you've got to pay to go see your child. Or while you're there, you know what? Let me help them raise money by buying snacks at the snack table. Or let me get this piece of bling for them because they did really well. Sports can eat you out of house and home and really bust your budget if you don't pay attention.